What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Mr.AlwaysFishing, and today's video gonna be on how to cast a bait caster. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna break it down in a few easy steps for you. Enough talking, let me show you just the basics of how to do it. So when you get a bait caster, you're gonna have a few settings on here that are very important to actually throwing it the correct way. This one right here, it's usually gonna have a knob on the side of it, like a little knob, like a little tension knob. I call it the tension knob. Well, not the tension knob, the fall rate knob. It's got a special name, but I call it the fall rate knob. I'm like how fast it lets the line come out when you push this button. So when you got this all the way tightened up, when you got this knob right here all the way tightened up, see, my line does not fall at all. Like the button's clicked and this lure is not falling at all. So you notice how that lure is not falling, the button is all the way clicked down. That's what that knob controls right here. So the more I loosen it, see, let's see, the more I loosen it, you'll notice how it falls. So I'm trying to get it in the shot for y'all. I'm loosening it up and it's falling. You want it to be able to fall. You want whatever lure you're using to be able to fall, and when it hits the ground, you don't want to have it keep going. You don't want to have it keep spooling out. So it's supposed to stop when it falls and hits the ground. So that's what you want to do. Just a little set it in real quick. And a lot of you know that, but when you throw it out there and it hits the water, you gotta keep your thumb on the spool in order not to bird's nest like that. I have a separate video on how to get rid of a bird's nest, but this one right here is just gonna be the basis of throwing it. So once you get it set to where it falls and it doesn't keep spooling, there's another thing over here called the brake. When you put that, I got mine right now on 8 right now. So that brake just helps you a little bit more when it hits the water, not to like keep spooling out. So that's basically what the brake does. So your goal is to be able to set it up good, give it a good chuck out there. Keep your thumb on there real lightly, especially when it hits the water. You want to have your thumb on there good. Let it sink, hit the bottom. Now it's just fishing at this point. Get out there. It's a positive bottom contact. Bounce it around. Just wait for a fish to act the fool. You see what that thing down there doing? That's all it's doing down there in the water. I'm just bouncing it around. And then you can hit a little drag with it. A little slow drag on it. That get a lot of strikes too. Ready for a fish? You want me to catch one? Okay. Let me catch one real quick for you. We didn't get one that cast. Let's try this one. There we go. Oh, that's a fish. I show my little girl her first bass right now. If I can get him in. Get on in here, baby. Nice. You see this, Kinsley? It's called a bass. It's not a super big one, but it's a fish. Look at the fish. Is this your first bass you get to see? Right? Yeah, it's recording. Oops. Yeah. Oopsies.
Clean it off.
Yeah.
You want to see? You can't get hurt by it, right?
Nah. You want to touch it? It's a fishy.
Touch it. Don't let her get poked by the fish.
She's got it. I wouldn't let her get poked. You can touch it. Yeah. Fishy, right?
Peace.
You want to watch it go away? Want to let it go?
Yeah, you got to let it go so it can get bigger.
We're going to name it Captain Greenback. Or want to say ditch pickle? Pickle? Yeah, we're gonna let Pickle go back.
Say bye, Pickle.
Thanks for biting, man. Showed my little girl her first fish.
Wow.
Pickle, go bye-bye.
She say done.
So another tip I want to give you is, when I first started fishing with these things, I used to tie something that's heavy on the end of it. I got a pretty decent weighted tungsten on the end of this. I don't recall what weight this is, but it's a pretty decent weight on the end of this, and that just helps you cast farther. And when you cast farther, you kind of feel better about like actually learning how to cast these things. But I just fish with something a little heavy on the end of it, and like just play around with it. Go in the backyard and just sling it out there like that, and follow it all the way through the cast, and you just keep learning. And time, practice, that's what the main thing about it is. Just keep practicing and practicing until you get good at it. And accuracy also comes with time. When you learn how to throw these things, you might not be as accurate as you want to be. Just keep practicing it, it'll come. That's all. Just do your thing. But